Wow, welcome to the love seat.
Thank you.
So, tell me a little bit about your hair.
So my hair is my natural colour.
Very good.
I went white when my mum died nearly 40 years ago.
Right.
I used to have lights, blonde lights. I was a light brown before then.
Okay.
And I kept having it sort of dyed, and then they kept getting it wrong, and then in COVID I couldn't have it done. And I just saw what was coming through and I liked it.
Yeah.
So I haven't done anything since.
So you are what we call the exception.
Okay.
You are exception, meaning your white is a very nice colour and it
Yeah.
does work on your skin tone.
Oh, good.
Which is very good. But also what I see is you wear a little bit of lipstick, which is what we always...
I love lipstick.
So lipstick is a must.
Yeah.
If we are going to have white hair, like my mother-in-law, she's the exception as
Yeah.
well. She's not the rule. But if you are going to go white, you need that colour either with
Yeah.
a scarf
You're just
or a lip.
washed out, aren't
Otherwise
you?
it
Yeah,
washes
yeah.
you out. But your colour is actually, it's white, but it's not silver. It's
No.
quite creamy. You can see there is a little bit of goldness in the hair.
Yeah.
And it's very soft on your skin. It looks really, really lovely.
Sometimes it goes a little bit yellow. I
Okay.
mean, I did do a couple of the blue shampoos and I look like an old lady.
Right.
So I don't do that.
Okay, I would prefer you not doing them.
No, me
Because
too.
the thing is, you know, sometimes with the blue or the violet shampoos, they can actually dull your hair down
Yeah.
because it's a very big molecule. So it's if you do them like once every like 10th shampoo.
I probably would have done that,
Yeah,
but
then
yeah.
okay, but I think on the whole, looking at this, I don't think the little bit of warmth in there, to me, professionally doesn't bother me. I actually
Okay.
think it makes the hair look like you've got a bit of dimension running through the hair, which is
Good,
really,
thank
really
you.
lovely.
Yeah.
So definitely no colour for you today.
No, I'm. Yeah, the only thing is they're a bit brown. Do they
Okay.
look brown to you?
So you can definitely see there is definitely more some natural colour in there.
It's a bit like a sideboard, isn't it?
I would probably, with these, because they are quite short, I'll
Yeah.
probably just cut them off.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I've wondered whether
Yeah,
to do
because
that.
it's part of the sideburn, and I would probably say just not clipper them, but just cut them
Yeah.
shorter, because
Okay.
it's not gonna. Yeah, that's what I would do. Instead of trying to bleach them out,
Yeah.
I think, okay. And then, so what I will do today is this: we do a blonde treatment on the hair.
Lovely.
It's not color, but it does have a pigment on it.
Okay.
And what that does, it will just make it look even more cleaner. But it's very soft, it's very gentle. It probably lasts about 8 washes. And it leaves no build-up on the hair, and
That
we can do
sounds
that for you at the
fabulous.
basin, which we can do.
And is that something I could buy for future, or do I have to come in to have it done?
You can. I was thinking, where you can buy it. I'm sure that is an option.
But I mean, I'm
100%.
probably happy to come in and
Yeah.
have it done, but
And
it was
it's,
just a question.
Yeah, there'll be definitely something. Yeah, I can't see why not.
Yeah,
We can
okay.
always make a plan. Right, haircut wise.
So, I've always had, this is quite long for me.
Okay.
I have sort of had it down here before. I've always had, well, for the last quite a few years, I've had a version of a bob,
Okay.
which I'm sort of quite happy with, and I don't mind if you do more layers, less layers. The only thing I would say that I really quite like, I don't like it short going like that. I'd rather have it like that.
I
But
100% agree.
apart from anything else, I'm happy more layers, less layers.
Right.
I'm in your hands.
So what I see, I actually visually from the front, I think it doesn't need to be of a dramatic change.
Okay.
What I see from behind, if you
It's
look
nothing,
through there,
isn't it? It's
it is
nothingy.
nothing. So I definitely feel through here.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to twist you around
Okay.
so the people at home can see. I'll give you that. If you just quickly stand up for me, please. Just going to do this. Okay, perfect. And you have a seat here for me.
Okay.
Okay. So and you can look through there. So when we look at layers, we can see, so this is what we always talk about with layers that's blended or layers that's disconnected. So we can see here, you've got a one length haircut there, and then you've got this layers that sits above,
Yeah.
but there's no connection between that and that. And what that does, it makes it almost look a little bit like a mushroom, where it
Yes,
sits
yes,
there, and then you've
yes,
got
I
very,
don't
very
like that,
fine.
yeah.
And what they've done is they've left that out, and they've pulled that out to there, let that drop out, and
Yeah.
that's how that creation. Now that is what we call disconnection.
Yeah.
Now disconnection doesn't work on anybody who wants to have good hair every
Yeah.
day. If you want to style your hair every day and zhuzh it, of course, it's a fashion hairstyle. So the first thing that I would say is bring that up and make that much stronger
Yeah, I'm
through
happy.
that. And then definitely a little bit more layer. I actually think
Yes,
with that
yeah.
fringe, give that a little bit more of a
Yeah,
boom and
I'm
let it
happy.
sit to about there, which will look fantastic. Now, just a quick question. What do you normally shampoo your hair with?
I use good shampoos. I either use Aveda, which I think is nice,
Yeah.
or a nice L'Oreal one. Or
So with Aveda, some of them are silicone free, some of them are not. So you need to check that, because I know all of them are not silicone free, because silicone is a natural occurring product. So they are saying what they are telling you the truth, because it is naturally derived, but it's not necessarily good for hair.
Okay.
L'Oreal, I would be surprised. I'm open to seeing if they do have anything silicone free. I will be surprised if they do.
yeah, yeah.
And so obviously for your hair texture, part of the reason also if hair does go very yellow is because there's build-up on the hair, either build-up,
okay.
pollution, things like that. So the silicone, that's what I always say. I don't really mind what you use.
Yeah.
First of all, if it's silicone free, that's the main thing. And then from there on, we look at what the active ingredients are and do they
Okay.
serve their purpose. Fabulous.
I've recently, I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Okay.
In December, had a lumpectomy in January, radiotherapy, and now I'm on a hormone blocker, which
So
is
is
supposed
an estrogen
to
blocker.
estrogen and progesterone,
Right.
and it's supposed to make my hair thinner. So I have noticed my hair is a little thinner here. I
Right.
haven't noticed it hair-wise, but I've
Yes.
only been on it for 5 weeks.
And is it the one that you need to be on for 5 years, or is it 10 years? 'Cause I know they've changed
Well, it is a 5-year, but I've been told because my score was so low, I can just take it for 2 years. But
Oh.
yes, it is.
Okay, so with estrogen and progesterone, for hair related, obviously
Yeah.
in body it's slightly different. For hair, estrogen is your friend, because estrogen is the thing that provides you with the
Yeah.
growth cycle. So feeling your hair, if you start, did you say in December? We're now 4
No,
months.
I only started, I would say actually I've been on it actually for 6 weeks.
6 weeks. So I would say it will take 6 months to take effect. But in my experience, it's more that the hair doesn't grow as long,
Okay.
rather than getting, well actually, then the progesterone is the thing that keeps the follicle open and give you a thicker hair.
Yeah.
But I would say at the moment, I still think it looks good.
Yeah.
So I think once we get to that bridge, we
We'll
can
have
then
another think.
we can have another think and rethink it. But because your hair is not necessarily this long, I can't see it being a problem.
No.
I think my gut instinct is let's see.
I'm not worried.
Yeah,
At the moment, I'm not
don't
worried.
think it needs to be, but we can definitely zhuzh it up and make it more fabulous.
Fabulous.
Right,
Thank
let's
you.
get going.
Thank you.
Do you believe